Hey, this is Cody Schneider from Schneider Media. Today I'm going to show you how I use Copysmith to bulk write product descriptions just at a quick pace. This is something that we try not to pass on to our copywriters so that they can focus on more long form content. So this is just the way workflow that we found that works really effectively. So here's how it goes. So within Copysmith, I go to the product description, basically their product description pre-built form. What I'll do then is create all of the listings that we're going for. So we just finished this one, so I'll move on to the next. So wedding can koozies. I've already created this collection with that target keyword phrase. So what I'll do is just take this over. I'll go back into here. I'll search for that specific listing. While that's loading, I'll go back to Copysmith and I'll get rid of the product name, or I'll replace the product name. I'll replace the product characteristics with that as well. And then I've included, this client is all custom and personalized type goods, so I've included those keywords in there that we want to incorporate into the product descriptions that it spits out. So typically on the first go, it just doesn't do a good job at incorporating. Oh, of course it does now. So what I look for, if it doesn't do a good job, what I typically do I'll select all and then erase and then run this again. And when it generates that second time, it typically solves that problem of not having like a good piece of copy. So I'll look for something like this. So it's not thinking, don't like that style. I'm looking for, yep, so this is perfect, pretty on brand. I'll then copy that over, go back into here, and I'll paste that in. And that's basically on the money for the brand voice. And again, this is all AI generated, so that's unbelievable, right? I just wrote that product description without basically any typing, just copy and pasting over some keyword phrases. So from there, I can then move on to the next one. And again, it just to show you how quick this can be, I'll then go back to Copysmith, drop that right back in that same template that they have. I'll hit generate. While that's going on, I'll then go back to Sip Hip Hooray, back to the Shopify account. I will select that collection. That's loading. I'll come back over here. I'll look to see, is it anywhere? And that one. Yeah, this one's better. Drop that in. Typically, you just want to shorten this up. Just change this to own design. And it's not perfect every time, right? But it gives a great starting point for you to do that copy editing. So instead of having to do, kind of idea generation, copy writing, and then copy editing, you can just skip right to that copy editing part of that process to make these product descriptions. And again, I'll save that. Sweet. So this is, again, a high-level overview of how to use Copysmith to do really just high-volume product descriptions for those long-tail keyword phrases that you're going after, or that you're making collection pages for on Shopify. How I'm identifying these keyword phrases is by focusing on phrases that we are ranking for on page 2, and that we're getting impressions for, but we're not getting clicks. And so we don't have a page that's already specific towards it. So I'm basically picking the best ones there, pulling them out, and then building these collection pages. Once those pages are built, by having the URL, having the URL, or having the keyword in the URL, having the keyword on the actual page as the title, having it in the paragraph, and then also naming the image that's added to that collection page. I'll then publish it and index that in Search Console, ask Google to index that. What you can see typically then is just kind of this like meteoric, sorry, this is for another account. Let me go to Sapipare. This kind of meteoric rise, just based off of making those collection landing pages. If you want to learn, let me just let that load for a second. Sorry, back here. And yeah, I mean, you can just see the growth that we've seen over the last 12 months from doing this strategy. If you want to learn how to do this process, I'll link to the video that talks through this identification of high impact keywords for a brand. If you're trying to get signed up for Copysmith, there's also a sign up link in the description as well that you can use to go here and get started. So have a good one.